Yo, hello. Welcome to, I believe, daily episode number 13 of TimeGuessr daily mode. Yesterday was not a super good round, to be quite honest. I think I got like 24,000. Today was Saturday, 22nd of March. Yeah, let's take a look what's going on. Okay, so this looks like to be a museum. There's quite a lot of Asian people, but also more Western, Caucasian, I guess, like European or North American. Let's see if we can find any kind of clue. Egyptian sculpture, ground floor, so I guess we're in the English speaking. Oh wait, there's a, is this pound? Like the British, how do you say it, currency symbol? Like you have euro, dollar. I think this is the pound symbol. So this guy is running around with a $2 pound magazine or guide or whatever. Um, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but when I see Asian people, how do you say it? I associate it with tourism, and they like to go to like important ancient big cities. It's really hard for me to explain this because I mean it in a good way. Because I live kind of close to Bruges, which is a big ancient city. Not really that big, but very popular old city historically. And there's always a lot of Asian tourists there. So, together with the dollar sign, or sorry, not dollar, what do you call it? Pound? I have to automatically assume pound means UK. And if I look at the UK and my whole story about tourism, it kind of has to be London, right? I mean, possibly other places have important historical monuments and museums, but yeah. The thing is, in London, I actually don't really know any museums. Like the Big Ben, but that's not quite a museum, right? Trafalgar Square, Marble Arch, the Gherkin. Yeah, these are not necessarily museums, I think. The Shard, Tower Bridge, Abbey Road. Is that like the cover of the famous music albums cover shot? Yeah, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what exactly we should be. Shakespeare's Globe. There's actually cathedrals, Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace. I think that's like where the monarchy is placed, maybe. But in a London sense, I actually am not quite sure where to go. I think I'll just click somewhere. Now the year, I was wondering if they're using smartphones, but I think this is like guided tours with like audio type thing. I don't know how to explain it. I've been to a local castle near me and they also have it like this. Like when you enter a certain part, you type in a number and it gives you an audio explanation, story, whatever. But the year, quite modern, I guess, looking by the picture and the clothing and whatnot. Like 20, I don't know, 18. Okay, oh, the location was really good. The year was a little bit off. Tourists looking at Rosetta Stone at British Museum. The stone, which dates to 696 BCE, was key to unlocking the meaning of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs thanks to its trilingual inscription in hieroglyphic, demotic, and ancient Greek. The word Rosetta Stone, I think I might have heard it before, but like the extra explanation story along with it is not really familiar to me. Sounds interesting though. Sounds like something you could use for like some kind of Indiana Jones type story. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so quite decent first round. Let's continue. This is gonna be a little bit more difficult, is it? Stop, no vehicles allowed, secure your valuables. Prohibited drugs will not be brought into this compound. Personnel entering are subject to search. If you bring drugs into, use drugs. Why is this so much about drugs? I really am not sure what's going on here. I think this is American military on a base, but the base is possibly not in America. Uh, like you have the Guatemala, Guantanamo, I don't know what it's called. I also keep seeing news about some kind of El Salvador prison type thing. Maybe it's some kind of Cuba thing. Maybe it's some kind of Hawaiian base, because I think the American um, military has some kind of Hawaiian bases. This is a complete random guess, to be honest. Wonder if you can like see the bases on here, but I guess for security reasons, would make sense if they are not on here, right? Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't know which island they would be on. Do we have any other clues here? The thing is, if they were American soldiers, they should have some kind of flag, right, or whatever. Oh man, this is difficult. But the fact that it's English language. Wait, there's a completely different language here. And this guy looks a little bit like kinda Asian. But why is this so much about drugs? Wonder if this is a country with a certain type of legal drugs that American military uh, wouldn't legally be able to use. I don't know. I have no clue what I'm trying to say. This language here though, what is it? It's like a E with an accent, a U with an accent, a O with an accent. So, I mean, Asia, America, it's just like Taiwan and Vietnam that I think of. Yeah, Vietnam does have some kind of symbols on their O's. Maybe this is post-Vietnam War that America has some kind of bases installed. Let's click on Vietnam for now, but I quickly want to check Taiwan, what kind of spelling they use. Yeah, looking at the spelling on this sign here, it's probably gonna be Vietnam area. Maybe they have Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. Maybe I know they have some kind of bases also in the other hand. Perhaps this is nothing to do with America, and can be like Australian, New Zealand forces. I think I'm gonna go with Vietnam, to be honest. So when I think of Vietnam, I think about two cities. It's either Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi on the north. I think I'm gonna go south, to be honest, because I'm getting quite tropical vibes here. So let's go in like Ho Chi Minh somewhere. And let's assume this is related to the. Here is an American flag actually on the cover. If you think about the American War, or sorry, the Vietnam whole thing, I'm not sure when that took place. Was it like late 60s, 70s? Let's take 69. Oh, the location was really good actually. The year was a bit off. US soldiers preparing to leave Vietnam to return to the US during the Vietnam War. I really wonder what the dates were for the Vietnam War. I thought it like already concluded by the 70s, but apparently these guys are leaving in 73. I also don't know how long the conflict was, like maybe only a couple years, or maybe like almost 10 years. I honestly have no idea. I don't know much about this thing, because in Europe you don't really learn too much about this. Because we had our own history to learn, I guess. Oh man, what is this? Yeah, this is not gonna be easy. Really weird spelling on his helm. Like, I don't know, is this some kind of alphabet? They also look, I'm trying to see how I don't know what's going on here. Is this like a bridge that's collapsed? This is like some kind of Africa, Middle Eastern, or like, oh man, what's going on here? This could be United Nations, maybe UN, but it's really spelled weird. Could be a flag here on the side of his helm, but I can't quite see it. I think this is possibly referring to some kind of historical event, maybe, but there's a lot of military presence. I feel like we're in like somewhere this part of the world, but honestly, I have no clue where though. Like maybe something happened in Baghdad in Iraq. I mean, a lot of things happened there probably. Kuwait maybe? Didn't Kuwait have some kind of crazy issues in like the 80s and 90s? Like similarly to my Vietnam story, this is also a lot of conflict zones where I don't know that much about. Yeah, it's possible we're like in this area here. There's like a story that I read at some point, and one of these countries, before being Islam, was like super progressive. They had like really highly regarded university. Women were like super free. It was a really like famous, good, positive country. And then like they regressed hardcore because of like hardcore Islam type stuff. But I don't remember which country it was. I think it was like one, but I don't know if this like the women here are not really uh, like they're not wearing the whole Islam outfit. Ah man, I really don't know where we are. Can we take something central so we can get like some kind of score anyway? Damascus maybe? Syria, let's say something happened here in mid 80s. Nah, I think it's older. Early 70s. Palestinian refugees who fled to Jordan during the Six-Day War returning to the West Bank via Allenby Bridge. Yeah, this whole area for humanity's sake is a really heavy conflict, dark history, non-stop uh, problems, I guess is the word, I don't know. It's for humanity's sake quite sad, but I mean, yeah, what can we do? 5 years off, a little bit. I mean, I was not that far off. Yeah, let's continue. What's going on here? There's some kind of Eastern European type country going on. Yeah, this has a little bit of Cyrillic mixed in with. This is a weird writing. It feels Cyrillic, but also not really. I don't know if this is a flag that I should know or not. If I do, I think it's an older flag, like post fall of the Eastern, like Berlin Wall, Eastern Curtain, whatever you call it. The people, on the other hand, look quite westernized, like clothing-wise, a little bit traditional. Hmm. Yeah, I think we're in like a capital or a big city, but I am not sure where. Like it can be Budapest, maybe Prague. Trying to see Belgrado is in my head somehow. Where's Belgrado? Belgrade, I don't know how you translate it. It's in Serbia. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why, but this flag gives me Belgrado, Belgrade vibes. The first four letters is actually what you call a person from Belgium in Dutch. It's funny. Yeah, honestly, this is a bit of a guess, but it's probably as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, the year Mid 70s. I don't know. This woman looks quite modern, like the way she's clothed. But then the woman next to her looked very traditional, more old schoolish. But that could be like some kind of local traditional type thing. This guy looks like a musician smoking a cigarette. Some old grandpa's looking at the traffic. Yeah, possibly we're a little bit more Western than what I'm picking. Like, it could be Prague. I don't know. I really don't know. There's like some kind of military vehicle there, maybe. Not sure. I'm contemplating taking Prague. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. If it's gonna be Belgrade now, or Belgrade, I'm gonna feel sad. And the year, like 78. No, 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 please don't tell me it's Belgrade. It's gonna be Belgrade, is it? Why did I change? Why did I change? I think the flag was some kind of indication. Because or maybe this is the old Yugoslavia flag before the whole, like, the Balkans had a horrible war, I believe, in the early 90s, and like you had like Czechoslovakia and, like, I don't know, a lot of like Kosovo. Some horrible stuff happened here, I think, in the early 90s. The street scene in Belgrade, Serbia, when it was part of Yugoslavia. Yeah, this whole area went through. It was a little bit before my time, and I never quite learned about it, but I know some crazy stuff went down here. 1 year off. I mean, still a good score. I wish I sticked with a Belgrade ID. Why did I change? Like a couple episodes ago, I said something along the lines of stick with your first ID and don't change. Well, I think I should stick with it. This flag seems familiar. Is this like Iran flag, maybe? Looks like to be some kind of protest going on. Is this building destroyed or what's going on here? They're like windowless. Yeah, I think they're protesting. This flag, I'm actually not sure. Is this Iran? Um, so we could be in Tehran then, which I guess is the capital. Or is this Iraq? I don't know. I confuse these countries quite easily. Maybe the handwriting, not really possible to see. I was hoping that the spelling you could see on maps could indicate where we would be. This flag I should know, I feel like. I think it's either one of these two countries, but I'm not quite sure which one. Yeah, let's pick Tehran, I guess. Wait, 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 let me think. Nah, I don't think it's Iran. I'm trying to visualize the flag in my head. Where's Islamabad? Is that further? This is Pakistan now. I think I'd go with Iraq, honestly. I think the Iran flag is different than this one. I don't know. I'm not I don't know enough to be honest. And when this is, I don't know either. I think 90s. If I had to guess, somewhere in the 90s, like 92. Yeah, let's take a guess and see. Oh, this was not a good round. This is Egypt. Tahrir Square during the 2011 Egyptian Revolution. The protests resulted in the ousting of President Hosni Mubarak. I vaguely remember some. Wait, 2011. Yeah, I was quite far off. Was more modern. Is this the Egyptian flag then? I feel like I should know the Egyptian flag. Well, I guess I didn't. Is this Cairo? No, Cairo is. Yeah, it is Cairo. Yeah, Gizeh. Nasser. Oh well, let's see the final score of today. 39,000. I'm a little bit bummed out about the Belgrado map, like this one. I had it and then I changed it for no reason. Honestly, not a bad day. Only map 5 was a little bit off. Mainly because the distance was not really good, but the year was also quite wrong. Well, I gotta go. I'm gonna Sorry, my headset disconnected. I gotta go for some sporting and family stuff. It was a tough one, but I enjoyed it. We'll see if we keep this going. Goodbye.